I'm here.
Warlock, hello. One moment. Well,
Quite a fall.
apologies for... well, sort of. Apologies for calling you on such short notice, Warlock. I needed to reach out as soon as possible.
What do you need?
Tomorrow night, there's going to be a bit of a big thing, I guess. And we're going to need help. And so we'd like to reach out and see if was possible if you'd be able to send us a little bit of aid. We intend to, well, basically, long story short, we had an incident in Westbrook involving the Patriots. And tomorrow we're having a meeting of sorts. Well, this meeting of sorts is going to go our way, one way or another. Whether it be we have to end them or work it out at gunpoint and, whatever needs to be. But unfortunately, we are still going to need a little bit more padding in our numbers. If it's possible for you to help us with this.
I will raise the flag and make the call. I will be in attendance.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. We should have a majority of our members awake at that time. The entirety of the Dark Council should be around as well. There will be large numbers, however, we do not know yet what we are facing.
With the riders and sanctuary rangers out of the picture, likely we will have the upper hand.
Likely, yes. I'd like to be prepared, though, for any number of unknown variables. And whether or not I die tomorrow, well, that's up to what happens. But hopefully we manage to work it out, if you will.
Is there any more
Kind of hoping they
information
decide
that can be
to,
used to determine the risk of this meeting?
Well, we know that Wolfen will be there, obviously. They want it to be in more neutral ground, but I don't understand how Westbrook is supposed to be neutral ground. So that's a bit of a risk added on, is that it's not going to be in our territory. We'll be going to their land instead. So they'll have been set up much earlier than us.
Perhaps send in third party with a radio.
Yes, good idea.
This is where we can use traders. Trader Pan, Butch.
Nolan.
Correct.
Or the other one.
Also,
Use
those
two
gloves are for you.
mercenaries.
I see you not wearing any.
Do you prefer the ones that are
Can you not see them?
cut like this, right? The fingerless?
Surgical gloves are the top of my list. However, any will do. I seem to not be able to see them. Perhaps it is this clouding my vision.
Maybe. He eats more. Smart.
Check this shirt. inside the shirt next to the radio.
Perhaps my mind is burdened by the shooting nearby. Give me one moment.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Are you able to? There you go.
Yes.
I'm not sure where that
God,
note
you
came from or what
organize
it
the men.
means. You're gonna have to ask Wraith. I think she gave it to somebody. And they
Yeah,
might have lost.
Lazarus.
Oh, that's right.
Lazarus is a whatchamacallit. Whatever that note says, I forgot. I don't know.
Tutor or something.
Tutor boy.
Yeah, big tutor boy.
That's-
He's a big tutor boy because he's a farter. He farts
Ah,
at
that
people.
kind. See, I thought you were misspelling the word tutor. My apologies.
So, the other thing I wanted to tell you was I'm interested in perhaps creating a larger network for people like us, if you know what I mean. A coalition of sorts, but for the dark side, if you will. God, that's a shitty reference. I miss Star Wars.
Something that has been sorely
I was
needed.
wondering if it was possible for you to reach out to your connections, if you have them with other bandits and whatnot, get them involved, and maybe there would be some sort of, I guess, meeting or whatnot, and we can all get together and discuss how we can, instead of working against each other, how we can work together. I'm sure that it would be profitable. We would also like to open up Old Town to more people for residency, if you would. In a way, of course.
I will send out the crows to relay the message.
Amazing.
This meeting tomorrow. When will the sun be in the sky? For when we meet?
I have not worked out exact finite details of the time. I believe it should be no more than a few hours earlier than it is now. I suggest keeping an eye on the radio for the next several, well, in the early morning tomorrow and whatnot, as I will be ironing out those finite details pretty early on. Once I have them, I can reach out to you and make sure that you know the details.
I'll keep my ear to the radio. And if you perhaps hear a
Appreciate it.
message from one of our underground named Salem, know that they are safe.
Will do. I'll keep my eye out for his name. Do you know, is there anything that you might know about the Patriots too that could help us?
I know that they are too eager for their own good, and most likely they will come unprepared.
Good. That's perfect.
And perhaps
Very likely.
it is better to meet with them than lay a trap for when they leave.
That is what we intend to do. We intend to hopefully introduce them to our Dark Council, and once the meeting has concluded and we're on whatever footing obviously we'd have to let it flow and see what happens, but if things work out, when they leave, it could easily be the perfect time to spring said trap on them. As long, provided there's enough people and enough firepower.
There will be enough. For you see, the Patriots hold a special place in my heart. They were the first
Do they?
silent to show hostile intent towards me.
Not very wise on their end, huh?
From our information, what we've been informed is that the Patriots intend to form their own coalition to stop us, and that their targets include every member of my faction.
Lofty goals for the men who
They're
couldn't even
desperate.
survive Stonington.
That's definitely a long shot, given that he couldn't even put Lazarus down.
And there was 3 or 4 of them.
And 2 of our men were there. One of them was, knocked out cold. I mean,
I will keep my mouth zipped.
Oh, it's Lazarus and Beetlejuice.
Fellas, we have
And, Phantom
company. Mind your manners.
Mouse. Wipe your feet. You're out there playing in the mud.
Hey,
Sorry,
Warlock.
Mom.
Long time no see. Have
It's
you
good to s-
updated them on the ongoing events?
I have. Feel free to
What
fill
does
him
Warlock
in more
think?
in detail as you were there.
Well, what does Warlock think of? How do you feel of Patriots?
As I was telling our dear Wraith, they hold a special place in my heart, as they were the first ever to show their hostile intent towards me.
So, could we count on you being there for the
Indubitably.
bloody wedding? How many people do you think you'll be bringing?
3 at least, maybe 4 or 5.
Beetlejuice likes numbers. Good. We will have a lot more than them. We are bringing other people into the bloody wedding. Is that okay?
As long as we don't number
Me.
more than 10.
I'm sorry, say again.
As long as we don't number more than 10.
There cannot be more than 10 of us in the engagement.
Yes,
There
Beetlejuice
shall be
knows.
exactly 10 from my numbers. All of us here will be there. Leviathan will be present. Sandos will be present. I believe Matt. No longer Matt. He's not-
11.
He's no longer Matt.
We can also provide medical assistance to pull the fallen from the battlefield, so that you may still
She's fine.
survive.
She's fine. We're the.
Now, Warlock, Beetlejuice doesn't want to doubt in your guys' ability, but we need killers, not fluffy animals. Does that make sense?
I understand your need.
You know what to collect.
So, Beetlejuice, if it's okay with Wraith, will simply ask of 2, as we have a few true killers. Not to say you aren't, but we would like to make sure everyone is invited.
I understand.
I do feel like it would be, if the meeting goes well and there's no need for gunfire, I feel like it would be a show of force to have some sort of presence from other groups, especially one with a notable reputation with them, such as yours. I feel it will give them an offsetting vibe. If they feel comfortable, then I will not be happy.
Yes. More of us can attend with not hostile intent. Come unarmed.
I agree.
Good for you,
Yes.
just in case you lose yours.
gratitude.
I grabbed them just for you, you know. Show my my thanks.
I do have a question as well. Would I know you like your bandit mask, right? I'm not you don't want anything else, perhaps?
I have
Anything
been
else
known to
cover that
change
face
my
here?
look when needed.
Well, if you ever need any clothing items like that, please ask. And we hardly have pants of our own, but we'll clothe you.
Finding a good tailor on the island is truly difficult. Keeping the suit tailored is...
Not always easy, is it?
Mm-mm.
I know, I'm always fucking up my gloves like an idiot, and I have to go upstairs and find a sewing kit, and I'm just so lazy. I don't want to have to go all the way up there.
Just ruin them until you find a new pair. It's what I
I have a
do.
new pair, but I can't find them. This place is so big.
Perhaps you heard of our adventure into the biohazard zone yesterday.
I have not.
We were able to find a suitable subject for our human trials.
Oh,
Indeed.
I see.
Oh, speaking of that, I did have something for you too. I got yesterday. There was this young boy named, what was his name? Tugs, Winter, Summer, something like that. It was a season.
Winter. Winter was winter.
Winter. Yeah. And I got this. Syringe of his blood for you. I don't know. Test it out. See what you get.
Ah. Also,
Very
I believe
young and
I'm gonna tell
lively.
him there was also, you remember when we had you meet with the people who were with Trader Pan? Yesterday, was it?
Yes.
Well, we were in the industrial place near Swanville, and one of the men who was with him was up there, and of course we robbed them, but he, at the time when he was here with Pan, he was wearing a Pathfinder armband, and they said that they were associated with him. And now I can't remember what his name was, but he comes back to our base demanding we give him back his gun, and he threatened us, of course, and said that in order to, like, we would be trading our lives for his gun, and it was really ridiculous. We sent him marching, of course. But I was wondering if you knew quite how Alex, I think his name was Alex, Max, and then the other guy, who were here, were associated with the Pathfinders. Like,
It was a woman, was it not?
what that association is. There was a woman with them when we robbed them today, and then there was another woman with them, two completely separate women. And the one who was with them when we robbed them was Chloe Bell. And Elle was the one who was here the other night, I believe.
Interesting. Seems...
You seem to have a conflicting story. It sounds like you do, because it seems like you have different information by what you...
Well, it seems they
There's just
are
some
trying to play you.
See, your tone tells me you know something else.
And the Pathfinders, the Black Stag. Farmers made reference to them being false prophets or wolves in sheep clothing. I'm not one to believe in superstition, but people do not say things for no reason.
Very interesting, though. There's a lot of people attempting to cause issues in discourse and, you know, problems for Ghost. And, well, it's time we show them that this island truly belongs to us. I believe it is time for a coalition of bandit factions to form. And it's time for us to quit fighting amongst ourselves and work together to target those who wish to step on our throats and prevent us from truly living how we wish to live.
Who would be the first target?
What was that? I didn't catch it.
Who would be the first target? Which faction?
Well, the Red Union does like us, but it would be fun to knock them down a notch.
Perhaps a raid on Horizon. Show them that they are not
That would be
out of
fun.
reach.
That would be fun, yes. Honestly, I don't believe there are many standing large factions anymore, are there?
No, they would need to all band together to match our might.
Please, I really, really hope that we're able to acquire this coalition of sorts. I think it will be quite amazing, especially if we were to use Old Town as some sort of, well, settlement, I guess you could call it, for bandits.
Yes, it seems to have flourished after the snow has passed and melted.
Yes, yes it has. We intend to do a little bit more work on the town and on the surrounding area of Purgatory and truly make this region safer. What am I kidding? I don't want it to be safer. I want it to be really, really dangerous, but hey.
Bring fire and destruction down onto the island.
That is the goal. Ideally, the only place that anyone could escape that hellfire is here, in Purgatory. So those that wish to align themselves with us will be safe. And those who wish to go against us, however, well, they'll all burn.
For the others, listen for the name Salem. They are our informant.
Beetlejuice understands.
That's what I figured. It wasn't a single
I see.
person. Got it.
Perhaps-
I appreciate you coming on such short notice. It does truly prove I can rely on you
Yes, really. Anything you need, just ask.
We are friends, and for us to truly realize all of our goals, we must work together.
Would you like some Millie blood?
This is the woman that was pregnant recently.
Yeah, I believe she was pregnant. Millie from New Haven.
Correct.
Yes, I've already tested her blood, and she is promising. Which reminds me,
Ooh. Was the blood that I gave you promising? Or is my blood just shit?
inconclusive as
Please
of
get-
now.
He's gotta test it, Wraith.
Oh. However,
She'll be fine. Go give her some
I'm-
more candy. Go give her some more candy. She'll be fine.
Anyway, where were we?
Perhaps if you were able to acquire Millie, keep her safe from others. dare say, a kidnapping, but perhaps a little more convincing.
I feel like this could be. Well, she doesn't want to come up to Old Town. Perhaps
We'll
there's
wait.
a chance that.
Perhaps if
Well,
we
I
go
have
Beetlejuice
there.
does
ideas.
say they want meeting in the courtyard of New Haven, not
Mhm.
outside.
So
I
I'm
can
thinking I'm gonna
provide a
ask-
third party
I
with a
have an
radio
idea.
for you.
I'm thinking I'm gonna ask for it to be myself, Millie, Wolfen, and this third party, which could be one of yours. Obviously, we can give him an alias, whatnot. We can go by random trader guy or whatever. Like, he's just here for a third party, you know, to be another neutral discusser or whatnot. All of the rest of the gang can be hidden elsewhere outside among the rubble of Westbrook. We can have our little meeting. Depending on how it goes, he can either leave and be left alone, or shooty shooty bang bang. If you know what I mean.
I'll take the latter.
Me too, honestly, but I think it would work out well if there was less of us in the courtyard than more. Especially, I would hate to see you boys lose your lives over this. If anyone's gonna die, it's gonna be me. I'm not gonna lose you guys to some fucking kid named Wolfen. I mean, who the fuck calls themselves Wolfen? I mean, that's almost as edgy as our names.
You probably play Stick RPG Arena. Remember that shit game from the 90s?
Oh, dude, honestly, I don't know. I never even had the chance to really start playing video games. I was more of an outside kid.
Seems the skills have helped.
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
Benefits of a misspent youth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fellas,
You know, are you getting tired, Banshee?
I have to get some shut eye. It's been a long
Alright, Banshee.
day.
Go
That's
for
not
not
Banshee.
Banshee.
Oh,
Lazarus.
That's Lazarus.
fucking hell, man.
gave-
I can't even. I'm sitting here telling you guys how much I like you and want you to survive, and I can't even tell you fuckers apart.
Have too many children.
Yeah, many.
Thanks,
I think I'm at
Mom.
what? What is there? 12 of you bitches now? 12 of you needy bastards that require
Sounds
constant
about right.
sniggles.
I'm just
Alright,
cold.
Banshee,
Just
I'll let
keeping
you
me
out so you
warm.
can get back to your place. Or, fuck.
Good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.
Alright, see you later, Warlock.
There you go, Lazarus.
Lazarus went upstairs.
I was gonna sleep
Oh,
upstairs. Is that
Oh,
okay?
that's fine. Let me know when you wake up. Wake me up so I can let you out. I'm gonna walk Mr. Warlock out of town. Well, that ended quickly.
Oh, I'll just sleep at my place. Thank you. It's a pleasure meeting you, Mr. Warlock.
Likewise.
Good night, buddy.
He is quite special, is he not?
I met him on the road earlier.
Ah, did you?
Yes, yesterday before going to the biohazard zone. He was quite cordial and very respectful.
Ah, good man. I'm glad that he remembered what I told him.
Oh, not in front of the guest.
I told him if he encountered you that he was to remain unarmed and respectful towards you at all times, because I would hate to see him get robbed. However, that would be hilarious if you did. And not gonna lie, I wouldn't be mad.
Fortunately for him, he would keep his things, but perhaps lose his humanity.
Ah, humanity is something we do not care for here in Purgatory. We can speed up now if you like, or we can remain walking. Whatever you need. Oh, don't let me sneeze on you. I'm sorry. Ugh. God, what did those kids give me? See, this is what it means to to have a big family. Did you just put on a gas mask?
Yes, preventative measure.
How mean. Oh my god. How mean. I love you, Warlock. You're fantastic. I'm so glad we're friends.
Likewise, I would be my head would be on the end of a pike if I were not.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We probably would have killed you that day in Sunset. If those were our intentions, well, things would be much different right now. I highly doubt that we would be where we're at without you. So I do appreciate the things that you have shared with us. The people that you have shared information with as well. And
Yes.
hopefully tomorrow can be just as well. I will reach out by about noon Central Time with a exact time, exact location, and an exact number that you can expect from my men.
We'll be waiting.
I can call out simply for you to come meet me somewhere and we can talk in person about it, or I can just straight up give you the numbers and whatnot in Morse code in the global radio channels.
I will understand what you are speaking of. Feel free to obfuscate it how you wish.
Understandable. Maybe I'll tell you I want to play with your big rubber ducky, but hey. Pew pew. Aw. I was hoping I could get it to go pew pew. Pew pew. Pew pew. Sounds pretty.
I will wait for your call tomorrow.
Well.
See you then.
Yes. I will talk to you then. Please do be safe. Let me know if there's anything that you need. Bye.
Goodbye.